We had the title defense tonight on Impact as well. I mean, if you want to call it a title defense. And
Yeah.
what else did we saw? And we saw a nice little tag match main event tonight on Impact as well. It was, I think, all around a pretty solid show. So I am live on YouTube as well. So if you haven't already, go follow us on the YouTube channel at Get the Tables Podcast. Thank you again for everybody popping in. Thank you for the Super Hearts, Budweiser. Really do appreciate everybody's support for popping in. I know football is back. So I know a lot of people are probably watching football since it's been a while since it's been on. So we do appreciate you popping in. First off, we want to say, yeah, we'll touch on that on Saturday. Oh, yeah. Kane, congratulations to Kane. He has won the Knox County, Tennessee mayoral election. So he's the new mayor of Knox County. So congratulations to Kane. He worked his ass off and accomplished it. So I'm very happy for him. You would have to believe that his wrestling ring days are over, I would assume. So we will have to see if that comes to if it's true or not. But Dave, any quick thoughts on Kane, who probably, in my opinion, should be inducted into the Hall of Fame pretty very soon?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, good. Hey, congrats. I mean, good for him. I'm happy for him. Wrestlers are taking over the world. I mean, I know people don't like to talk about the White House, but former WWE Hall of Famer was the president. Linda McMahon is in the White House. I mean, it's like, and Rick Steiner is running a school board. Is head of a school board. So I mean, geez, they're taking over.
Yeah, like we said, Kane was working hard on the campaign trail. So congratulations on him actually finally winning, and we'll see what it does for him in the future with the WWE. I would have to assume that he will have no free time to be able to wrestle, but we shall see. So let's jump right into WWE NXT from last night, where we saw in the opening match, we saw Heavy Machinery taking on the Mighty in a rematch of a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you guys remember, they were supposed to clash off, but Tucker Knight was taken out or got hurt during a workout session before the match. So it ended up being a handicap match. But last night, they actually had the real match. And the Mighty take the loss by a distraction of a certain tag team making their return to WWE NXT. We had the Street Profits show up last night as well, and distracting the Mighty, which then led to Heavy Machinery taking the win. Dave, any thoughts on the opening match of WWE NXT last night?
It wasn't one I was like really that into, but I mean, it was decent.
How dare you? How dare you guys call them the Street Jobbers? How dare you?
I really don't think there's much to talk about on this. I mean, it wasn't really the match everyone wants.
What do you mean? There's not much to talk about.
We might as well just move on to something more interesting than this.
Did you not hear what I said? We had the return of the Street Profits. So we're finally going to probably see, hopefully, I would assume it'll be at NXT TakeOver, where we'll see the Mighty take on the Street Profits finally in a one-on-one match, because this match is a pay-per-view worthy match, don't you think?
No, I don't. But you're probably right. We'll probably see this instead of Adam Cole defending the title.
Do y'all now want to talk about the Street Profits? Y'all are a bunch of haters, man. I swear to you guys. Do y'all not see talent when you see it? I mean, come on.
You know what I see? When I see the Street Profits, I see either primetime players or crime time. That's who I see. More crime time than prime time, but I see crime time when I see these guys.
You guys are ridiculous. Our guys are, you just don't know what talent is. You guys would rather cheer for freaking Heavy Machinery, but the Street Profits, you have talent and athleticism, who can actually entertain a crowd. You'll talk crap about them. Disrespectful. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Unbelievable. All right, so I'm sure everybody wants to talk about this tag team. We had Mustache Mountain take on a bunch of jobbers last night. And after the match, they put their rematch clause into play, and they said that they will like to challenge Undisputed Era at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So I know last week it looked like they may have a triple threat match of some sort, and they still can. I mean, TakeOver is still a couple of weeks away, but it's looking like it's going to be a one-on-one tag match between the Mustache Mountain and the Undisputed Era. Dave, any thoughts on this? Are you looking forward to it? Do you think they're going to throw in the War Raiders? Any thoughts?
I hope so, but I hope the War Raiders get thrown in there because everyone wants to see the War Raiders as tag champs. But I was thrown off to hear Hanson speak because I don't remember ever hearing him speak too much before. At least I know we did kind of in the little promo package they did, but just backstage, just talking, it was just weird. I don't see him as like a promo guy, any of them. I see him more as like these dominant monsters just beat you up with no talking. But yeah, I guess we don't really see that because you got to have personality. But man, that was weird for me to see Hanson talking. But yeah, I mean, I'd much rather see the War Raiders in this match. Let the Mustache Mountain go away and go do the NXT UK stuff. I mean, that's what I'd rather see. I mean, they can take the Street Profits with them.
Wow. Okay. Now you need to stop with the Street Profits talk. All right. I know. All right. The Street Profits, when they have their match eventually on NXT and they win, oh boy, oh boy. You're lucky. Do the Street Profits have a shirt out? I need to check that out. I need to go check and see if they have a shirt out. I need to represent.
If they do, I bet you it's not a Hot Topic.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say something worse, like it's probably like 90% off or something like that on the WWEshop.com. But y'all are just hating on the Street Profits. Again, y'all don't know talent when you see it. Yeah, so it looks like they're gonna be seeing a tag match at NXT TakeOver. Are you looking for so you're not looking forward to a straight one-on-one straight tag team matchup? You want the War Raiders.
I think it would be fun. A straight 2-on-2 regular tag match. We don't see too much of those anymore, it seems like. But, I mean, especially in NXT, it seems like the last two title matches, besides the one in the UK, but the last two takeovers, it seems like they've been kind of mixed 3 or 4. They like to go those all-out matches because we've had some classics when they're triple threats. You know, like the triple threat ladder match 2 years ago. I mean, those were some classics. So, I mean, yeah, I would, but honestly, I think everyone's on the same boat in this. I think all of us would much rather see the War Raiders versus. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real about this. We would rather see it's not really Red Dragon, but O'Reilly and Strong versus the War Machine. That's the match people want to see. Even though they're War Raiders, I get it, but they'll always be War Machine to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's about time. They've been with NXT for a while now. They haven't really been involved in anything really. You would think they would have been in some type of mini feud leading up to Undisputed Era, but you haven't. You haven't really even seen them on TV. They introduced you to them with some type of promo package. Was it last week or the week before? Trying to get you introduced to them again, trying to get you familiar with War Raiders if you haven't already. And now you thought, oh wow, we might see them throw into the mix of the tag title match at NXT TakeOver. But like I said, we still have some time till the show in August. They could be added into the mix.
Now, Tony, didn't they first debut at San Antonio when you were at that show for was that WrestleMania? They debuted. I thought it was San Antonio.
They debuted at WrestleMania. The TakeOver. Okay. They not at the TakeOver itself, but at the pre-show match.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird because when was that? Like April something?
Right.
April. And we're just now getting into August, so I mean. And they haven't had no real feud at all. I mean, they haven't done nothing. I mean, that could be another thing added to why NXT needs to be more than 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because you don't have time for nobody.
Yeah, that's true. Certain guys haven't been on the show in quite some time. So it's a shame that we haven't seen the War Raiders in anything. You would have thought, you would think you would see them, like I said, in some type of a feud before them jumping right into the title picture, but it doesn't seem to look that way. Next, we did have EC3 take on Kona Reeves. The finest, excuse me. Yes, I forgot to mention that. I don't know, man. It wasn't that I didn't care for the match. It just didn't seem like it flowed very well, if that makes any sense. It just didn't seem very well put together. You saw Velveteen Dream eventually come down to the ring and have like a promo mid-match towards EC3 says there's someone in the building who cannot get over Royal Albert Hall. EC3, do you want to talk about it? They can talk about it, and you may be able to bask in the experience. And then that's when Dream leaves and Kona tries to take advantage of him, and EC3 ends up hitting him with the 1%er for the 3 count. Who's better, EC3 or Riddle? Come on now, Budweiser. You know why answer's going to be. I don't know what they're doing with EC3 other than they're going to put him up against, looks like a feud with Velveteen Dream. That's definitely a NXT TakeOver worthy match. You got to have to assume that match will be on the card. Dave, any thoughts on this? Are you looking forward to a Velveteen Dream EC3?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I'm looking. It should be good because I thought the promos have been pretty good. EC3 or Velveteen doing. I like what he's been doing lately, with the whole snap the finger type thing, and it just goes back to normal and stuff. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I think right now Velveteen Dream seems to be getting the better of EC3 a little bit. I actually thought EC3 was losing that match for a minute. I was like, uh-oh. And it was like, yeah, but the match to me wasn't that good. I kept waiting for Dream to come out and do something. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that's tough, dude. It's going to be tough. This is going to be a tough match to pick. Because, man, I would not be surprised if Dream won the match. Because he hasn't won any TakeOver. He hasn't won any match at TakeOver at all. That I remember. Maybe he did. Maybe he faced Cassius Ohno at a TakeOver. I'm sure it was TakeOver or NXT taping. But, I mean, he hasn't never really beaten anybody on a big stage like that. And Brooklyn would be a big stage, and they'll be high. That's tough. They might be high on both guys. But, I mean, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun match for sure.
And what makes me kind of upset too is it's putting EC3 in an unbelievable tough spot, because we all know how over Velveteen Dream is right now, and in a Brooklyn type of crowd, he's going to be over more than EC3, who's the face of this feud. And to me, EC3 isn't just, I don't know, his personality doesn't fit well with a face character. It fits more with a heel character, in my opinion. Hey, what's up, Dr. Huge? How you doing tonight? Great show earlier today.
You know what? I kept thinking that Dream was going to say something about, I know they wouldn't, but Dream's he might say something on Twitter about it more than anything, but like he did with the whole, with Ricochet stuff, changing his profile picture to Prince Pumbaa and all that. I keep thinking him to do something like talking about his Aunt D or something like that. I keep waiting for him to do something like that. Because that's right. What Dream does.
And Adam Bomb, you're absolutely right. I would love to see the EC3. Thank you, Dr. Huge, for the support, man. I really do appreciate that. The EC3 we got at Impact. That cocky motherfucker, man. That's what I want. He still has that in NXT, but he's more
it's like Bobby Roode right now.
Right.
It's like they switched it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't fit his character very well. If you put him, switch his role to a heel, and be that cocky, arrogant, rich, I'm better than you type of character, I think it would work a lot better for him. It just doesn't seem like he's 100% comfortable where he's at right now. Who knows? Who are we to talk about that? But it seems like he would work better as a heel.
Yeah, and another thing, really quick on EC3 is, and he just doesn't seem like he fits NXT, because he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's more of a main roster guy. His build, everything around EC3 screams main roster. His type of wrestling style, everything EC3 doesn't fit NXT. You're not going to see him throw out high flying moves. What's pretty much what the 95% of the NXT roster can do.
Yeah, very true.
He's not going to do that for you. So he's more of a main roster wrestler, and hopefully by 2019, maybe we'll see him in the main roster mix. I just hope they don't mess him up, because this man worked very, very hard to be where he's at right now. He came from obviously getting released from WWE, going to Impact, coming up with this Ethan Carter III character, and ran with it and succeeded very, very well in Impact. So I don't see why they can't keep him to the same extent to where he was with Impact. I don't know if they're trying to create their own EC3. Seems that way. But we can only hope that, or at least I can only hope, since I'm the big EC3 guy, that they fix him up a bit. They should give him a short stint with the title before he goes up to the main, though. I would agree with you on that. I don't see why they. Go ahead. Sorry.
With any title, you could go with North American or the NXT Championship. It doesn't really matter. But man, I mean, when you think about it, what drew all of us to EC3 and Impact, or TNA at the time? It was how he was entertaining as a heel. He wasn't broad. He was never a baby face in TNA / Impact. He was never a baby face. He's always a heel. I mean, the stuff he would say when he would get the "You can't wrestle" chance. I disagree. I'm very good. I mean, that stuff was great. I never heard anyone ever do that before, and that was just so awesome. I love that, and that's what made him such a heel.
Yeah, WWE doesn't. Yeah, I agree with you, Adam Bomb. They don't understand his character. They're trying to create their own guys. And what's up, Dre? How you doing?
That's look at Matt Hardy.
I want from WWE. Rusev Day. Yeah, he was versus Matt Hardy. EC3 was a face. Oh, he was. Oh, okay. All right.
I probably didn't have Pop at that time either, so I probably didn't watch a lot of it. So I wouldn't know. But I mostly remember his heel tactics. I mostly remember the heel stuff he did.
Oh, he was a babyface. His feuds with Mike Bennett and Matt Hardy. And how were those feuds? On a scale between 1 and 5, how were those feuds?
Obviously not that good if no one remembers them.
Oh, Dreo said it was good. I want to see what Adam Bomb says. And Bob Arushki say. So let's move on to the next match, which was a pretty damn good match and was technically the main event. Oh, in round 8, okay. Okay, yeah, EC3 much better. Hill, yeah, I agree. Which was Candice LeRae, excuse me, I almost said Candice Murray. Wow. Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler, lawn title match, of course. And Shayna Baszler picks up the win. And I thought this match was very, very good. I was actually surprised they went with this match already. I thought, we would kind of save this match for NXT TakeOver, Royal Rumble, or whenever they want to have this match happen. I didn't think they would have it so soon, but the match was really good. We did have Kairi Sane end up coming down, checking on LeRae to see how she was after the match, kind of leading up to their NXT TakeOver match. And right now, I'm telling you, Shayna Baszler is the best women's champion in the WWE right now, the most believable champion right now in the WWE. I thought this match was good, and I think she keeps on delivering, Dave. I mean, I know you were very hard on her being on Who She Knows and all this stuff, and jumping right into the mix with the championship. She gets the title at WrestleMania TakeOver, and so far as the champion, she's done pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't really had much competition against, and like you were saying, the Candice LeRae match, I was surprised we were getting it because, and it wasn't even promoted, I don't think. It was like, okay.
Promoted. Yeah, because I saw it was like, up next, Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay. I agree. Yeah, I thought you would have thought maybe they would have saved it a little bit. Kind of saved
make it a takeover or something. Like, it could, even though, because look, she had a really good showing in that match, and the way that match it could have been a takeover match. The way she almost beat her, and they made Candice look great. I mean, not a lot to say about that. Candice looked good out there, and Shayna Baszler got her with the choke. I like how she got her with the first choke. Honestly, I wish that would have been the finish of the match, personally, because when she grabs her and threw her off the top rope when it looks like she's about to get suplexed or something. And then she caught her, and it was like, man, I love those ways she catches people like crazy. It's just awesome. But the whole Kairi Sane coming, it's like, what? I'm supposed to come in and start believing Kairi Sane is a badass now? She's like Asuka or something? Ooh, you don't want to mess with me. I mean, I just don't buy it. Yeah, I don't buy Asuka much right now anyway in WWE, but at her NXT level, it seems like, I don't know, I don't believe that she stands a chance at beating Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
If she does, we know what's going to happen. Shayna's getting moved up really quick.
Yeah, I would think Shayna Baszler by 2019 will be on the main roster for sure. Definitely in the mix against Ronda in some sort.
Yeah, and with Shayna, really quick, she knows what she's doing. I'm not trying to knock on Ronda, but Shayna can go out there and have a good match. Ronda had one good match. That's all I can really say. Really, one really good, solid singles match that I've seen. I will see next week too. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
she does
Shayna's
get
been working on the indies a lot, and so she made. Honestly, she made Candice LeRae look great out there. And she didn't need help. Candice LeRae is a good worker, so yeah. But still, I don't know if Ronda could do the same thing. I don't know how good she's going to make Alicia Fox look at all, because I don't think she's going to have a good match with Alicia Fox. I think she's going to go in there and destroy her in probably really quick fashion.
Oh, definitely. No doubt. No doubt. No, it's all good, Ducks fan. Oh, wow. You had some stitches. Your stitches opened up, man. Hope all is well. Take care. And heal up, man. Thank you for joining us, though. I really do appreciate that. We did get some announcements made by Mr. William Regal last night. He did say that EC3 will accept Velveteen Dream's invitation, and they will meet at NXT TakeOver. And also, Ricochet and Adam Cole will go one-on-one for the North American Championship. Not only that, everybody, there is more, everybody. There is more.
No way.
We have Ricochet in action next week, and Mr. Keith Lee will also make his NXT debut next week.
Against Ricochet?
No, not against Ricochet.
Oh.
Well, will be making his debut next week. So that should be.
I got a perfect match. Just throw the Street Profits.
NXT episode next week.
Yeah, just throw the Street Profits in there. He can take them out.
I mean, you put the Street Profits in there, and that will make this probably the best NXT
Keith Lee versus
ever.
Yeah, Keith Lee versus the Street Profits.
Right? Potential match of SummerSlam weekend. Yeah, I said that, Budweiser, on Twitter. I think it was last week, that this match probably will win SummerSlam match of the week, or weekend, excuse me.
What match is that?
Ricochet versus Adam Cole.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
It all depends on what the main event is, and please, no spoilers yet. We haven't seen we haven't read the tapings yet. So if it's a triple threat match, like we may be seeing with Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, and Johnny Gargano, that's going to be a barn burner right there. That's going to be a damn good match if we get that type of a match. So let's move on to what happened at the end of NXT last night. We had Ciampa come out, and I thought it was so great when he went out to that old lady and shoved that belt in her face. That was fantastic. Ciampa says that the belt thinks Ciampa deserves him, and Ciampa agrees. He says that they make a beautiful couple. Ciampa says this is his NXT now. He also said all he needed was one moment and one opportunity. Ciampa says he is a man of his word, and he wants everyone to take a deep breath. Says he's looks so good with this title. He says he deserves it. No one has ever deserved it the way he does. He wants everyone to enjoy this because this is what it feels like when the most dangerous man in NXT takes his rightful place at the head of the table.
Yeah, and NXT is now the A show, you know,
dude,
according to
Scott. Yeah, man. I'm going to be honest with you. This is my A show. NXT, I enjoy Impact. It's been solid the last couple of weeks, but I'm more invested to NXT lately. It seems like every show, even if they have one match on the show, I'm always enjoying it. I'm always more invested into it. I'm always wondering what's next. I'm more invested into the characters on the show. I enjoy more of the matches on the show. And I'm loving what we're getting from Ciampa, an absolute true 100% heel. No, he does not get cheered at all. At all. It's nothing but people fucking hate this man. And it's lovely. It's something beautiful. It's something that we don't get other than on Impact, you know? We don't get those. It's nice. It's just refreshing. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything. We had Gargano come down eventually. Well, actually, first we had Aleister Black make his way down to the ring. And that's when we saw Gargano pass him up, which I thought was funny. Gargano goes in there and attacks Ciampa, which then led to Ciampa. I'm sorry?
Are you sure that was Gargano and not Eddie Edwards with the It was my fault. It was my fault. It was my fault. Over and over.
Yeah. I see you. I got you on that. And I liked what happened after that though, and when Gargano's yelling at Ciampa in the crowd, and he turns around, and that's when Aleister Black hit them with the night, and Gargano goes down, and that's the ending of NXT last night. I thought it was beautifully done with those three guys. It's obviously going to probably turn into a triple threat. Yes, we've complained about this on the show last week that the Gargano and Ciampa feud has overshadowed Aleister Black's title reign 100%. But man, last night's episode, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really enjoying what we're getting at Ciampa, to where I don't want Ciampa to lose his belt anytime soon. And it's not, most likely he's going to probably lose it to Gargano in the future. But right now, NXT has been really good because of Ciampa, and what he's been doing on Twitter as well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Ciampa's been great. I mean, yeah, I think another thing about NXT compared to the rest of the WWE is NXT doesn't seem like it's so heavily scripted, you know? It doesn't feel like everything's scripted, every little thing. And the stuff's fun, and it's more fun to watch because it doesn't feel that way. It feels more like you're watching an ROH or something like that, you know? When you're watching NXT, it feels like an ROH show type thing because it's different people. It's not the same people being shoved down your throat each week. Maybe that's why the hour is good too, I guess you could say. But I'm just saying you're not getting the same repetitive people each week, which you might with a 2-hour or a 3-hour show. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a good little ending segment. Ciampa is money. I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't like him or like Gargano, which I understand. But it's better than anything that's going on in Raw or SmackDown right now.
And I really enjoyed NXT last night. Yeah, we saw 2 matches, I believe, last night. But I mean, for the most part, I thought it did a good job on getting you more into the NXT TakeOver, getting some more matches announced. We got Ricochet in action next week. We got the debut of Keith Lee, so that should be exciting. And it's just looking better and better each day in NXT. They can't go back to Tommaso ever going face. No.
Nope.
Never. It won't work. You got to keep him the 100% badass that Ciampa is. You can't change him. Can't do it. You can't. All right, Dave. Let's get your rating fingers ready, everybody. Let's rate NXT TakeOver. No, Lacey Evans wasn't on, was she? I don't think she was. Right?
I didn't see her.
She wasn't on the show last night. What would you rate NXT last night?
I'll give it a 2 just because of the Baszler match and the ending segment. Because I didn't think it was that great of a show overall. But I mean, the 2 things that were good was Ciampa and then Shayna Baszler's match. Those were the 2 best things of the show.
You mean the Street Profits didn't raise it to a 3?
Well, they probably put it down a notch.
Again, that's just embarrassing that y'all hate on such talented individuals. And you guys are ruining my chances of ever having the Street Profits ever on this show because of y'all's negative comments towards them.
Yeah, look at this. One of the worst NXT episodes in a while, other than one match.
Who said that?
What?
Who said that?
Who
said that? Who said that? Who said that? Is that you saying that?
It was. In the Street Profits, they're on the show, one of the worst episodes. You had one good match, and you had one good main event segment. That was it.
Underground was 3.5 out of 5 for what it's worth. I know Dave's been kind of checking up on.
I was going to. I just been busy trying to do. I haven't got to it yet, but there's a lot of wrestling to watch right now.
Yeah, we're trying our best, Budweiser. We would love to get more onto Lucha Underground. I see the results. Trust me, I see the Twitter popping about Lucha Underground. I know they're doing great things over there. It's just we have so much we cover already, and to add on to Lucha Underground, it'd be a little bit tough at the moment. Plus, I got MLW too. I have that on my DVR right now. MLW, I can go on there and watch it right now. It's just, with all the wrestling that we watch, I don't want it to overtake my life. If that makes any sense.
Because then you
I
get
try to watch as much wrestling as I can, but I guess we just talk about what you mainly guys really want to talk about. And right now, Impact is a main topic on this show. It's like I told you guys before, when we first started doing these shows, Impact was a main reason why we started, and we got a lot of fans from it. And I think it's going to happen the same way because honestly, there's no other Periscope show or wrestling show on Periscope other than the Dr. Huge that really touch on Impact in depth like we do. So it's very far between where you can find people that really go in depth and talk Impact and hear you guys' opinions on Impact and stuff like that. You know, we wouldn't cover it if we was garbage, and we've done that before. We used to cover Impact and stop because it got shitty, and it just got to where we didn't want to watch it no more. And now to the point where I enjoy Thursday nights. I enjoy Impact for the most part. Some stuff I don't like. You guys hear me gripe about it on Twitter, but for the most part, I enjoy Impact.
Yeah, and let's not forget, I mean, without us deciding to do Impact, we wouldn't be having this Shoot the Shit Saturday show, so that kind of changed.
What's up, Alex?
Okay, for Impact on Thursdays and do Shoot the Shit for everything else.
And to be fair, we would have met a lot of you guys here too as well who come into the show every night. Some of you guys don't even come to any of our other shows but the Thursday night shows because you don't care about WWE, you just want to hear about Impact. And that's cool. I actually really think that's really cool of you guys. The TV deal is due to WWE deal. Whoever does it set to be WWE's main competition. Yeah, and we have some stuff we'll talk about WWE and their TV stuff this weekend. Saw a nice little interesting column that I read yesterday. I'm willing to give NXT a chance. Ducks fan for life. You should. You really should. And I think you won't regret it, obviously. Oh, Scarlett. We're gonna touch on her. 3.5 on NXT last night. A half is for obviously.
Hey, we can all agree that Impact's getting a head start because with Scarlett, she probably already gave it a 3. So
okay, maybe that'll be Impact. Adam Baum. Maybe they go and throw the money at Impact. That would be awesome if they do have a big money company, TV company wants to bring wrestling back on their shows. I think.
So we were just talking about this. I was just saying this to you earlier. Like, man, I wish Impact was on a bigger network. I mean,
that would be great. That would be great for them. Well, let's get into Impact because I think that's what a lot of people in here want to talk about. And that was Impact from tonight. And to try to kind of go over Impact, we had Su Yung and the Undead Maid of Honor take on Ali and Kiera Hogan. We had the OGs taking on some jobbers. And we also saw the return of LAX tonight. We saw the Desi Hit Squad take on, Garbage KM and Fall Ball. And then we also had the world title match between Austin Aries and Dustin Cameron. And then to top it all off, we had another match. We had Eli Drake and Trevor Lee take on Grotto and Joe Hendry. And in the main event, we had Jake and Dave Christ take on the Lucha Brothers. So let's go with the opening match of Impact, which was the Su Yung and Undead Maid of Honor take on Ali and Kiera Hogan, where Ali and Kiera Hogan gets the win. And then we saw Tessa Blanchard after the match come down and attack Ali. And Tessa Blanchard, after the commercial break, during the backstage segment, kind of complained about how Ali is trying to weasel into another title shot ahead of her, but if she thinks that's what's going to happen, she is sadly mistaken. So any thoughts on that, Dave?
Yeah, I thought the opening match was actually pretty good. Yes, I know we see a lot of tag matches in women's wrestling, especially with Monday and Tuesdays. But you know what? I enjoyed this match. I thought it was a pretty good match. I'm intrigued by what they're doing with Tessa and Ali again because they had an awesome match at Slammiversary, so I would not mind seeing them going again. I really would not. I mean, man, they had a great match. And Tessa, amazing. It is funny how you see her hammerlock DDT when we see two other people use it on SmackDown, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, we see CN and Vega both use the exact same move as their finishers, so that's interesting.
Now, where do you think this is leading to? Do you think we're going to get another rematch between Ali and Tessa? Who's next for Su Yung? What do you think?
I could even see it turning into like a triple threat match.
I think he is. What? Who is this guy? Another man. I swear, the last two shows we've had like the weirdest trolls in here. What is going on? Periscope is on something else today. That could lead to a triple threat if they want to go that route. The next pay-per-view is Bound for Glory, so maybe they want to go a big route and have a big match like Ali, Tessa Blanchard, and Su Yung. That could always come into play. We're gonna have to see what happens in the future with these four women, because you've got to expect Kiera Hogan to get involved some way or another. Next week,
there you go.
Yeah, maybe. Thank you guys for sharing on Twitter and also on Periscope. Again, if you are new to the show, we are Get the Tables podcast. We are live every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But if you forgot by any chance or did miss the announcement that the week after SummerSlam, we will start going live on Sunday evenings instead until further notice. I think it just works better for all of us. I know some nights we'll be up against football. It's going to be tough on us, but hey, if you really enjoy wrestling and you want to talk, you'll come in here and chat with us. If it doesn't work out and seems like it's not working, we'll obviously move back to Saturday evenings. But we want to test out the Sunday night waters, and we'll see how that goes the week after SummerSlam.
Oh, come on, guys. Seriously. It's mostly Cowboys on the freaking Sunday Night Football anyway, so who wants to watch that?
Right. Yeah, that's very true. Again, we had the OGs. What time? At 9 Eastern. We'll be going on an hour earlier. Actually, an hour and a half earlier. So hopefully you guys can join us then, and we'll continue that time frame for a while and see how it goes. I'm a hockey person, so football means nothing to me. Hey, even better. Thanks. Even better for us. Oh, good question there, Mr. Budweiser. On pay-per-views, we will be doing the show on Saturday nights to continue the format of our prediction show. So if the pay-per-view falls on a Sunday, obviously, we will do it that Saturday night. And obviously do our predictions and all that. Same with Impact Wrestling as well. All right, gotcha. Good. Let's continue. We had the OGs take out a Jobbers, and they destroyed them pretty much.
Almost killed that one guy.
Yeah. He talks about taking the titles from LAX and asks where the two young bitches are. The crowd chants for LAX, and Kingston says whether anyone likes it or not, they are the kings of the street. No, they are the streets, and LAX 5150 is dead, which then led to LAX running down and showing up after not being there last week. LAX gets the advantage, knocks the OGs to the floor. Santana wipes them both out with a dive. Ortiz ends up grabbing a axe and is about to, I guess, basically kill Homicide. And that's when security ends up breaking them up. And this feud is not going anywhere anytime soon. You got to have to figure that this feud is going to have to ending at Bound for Glory. Going to have to be some type of a gimmick match, you would have to assume. Dave, your thoughts?
Yeah, I liked what they did. I mean, I like this. I like this rivalry. I mean, it's one of the more interesting rivalries going on right now in wrestling, I think. I mean, two factions going at it, and the crowd booing that Ortiz didn't kill Homicide, so that was a little weird.
Yeah, and to go on some of the points of the people in the chat room, it's a very heated rivalry. They don't hold back against each other. They go full blows at each other. It's a pretty fun.
It's edgy. It's an edgy rivalry. And the stuff they get away with doing and saying is really cool because it's something different than what we don't get from the WWE anymore. We don't get those pushing the envelope type line. We don't get that storylines anymore. I mean, look at Scarlett. I mean, that alone we don't get in WWE. But yeah, I mean, we don't get anything like this that kind of made wrestling really fun to a lot of us when we were younger. You know, the edgier storylines, the violence, the hardcore matches, stuff like that. Not saying it all has
What's
to
up,
be about
Budweiser?
that, but it was fun. And we definitely don't get nothing like we did in the main event on 205 Live.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of unfair to say when they have the Lucha Brothers on that show. We are showing Impact some respect, Budweiser. Um, we've been talking about Impact for quite some time already. They also did announce on the show that LAX will be taking on the Young Bucks on the Jericho Cruise. It's a shame that we won't be able to see that match live. So very cool. Whoever's attending that live. I'm just worried. My question is, I've never been on a cruise, so I'm not sure how it is in a big boat on the waters if you can actually feel it and stuff. But wouldn't it be kind of difficult or a little bit, hard to wrestle on a cruise? I could be wrong. I might be stupid, but you would think that the boat rocking would affect things, but maybe not. I'm
I
curious
think
to
it
see
was
if
a
maybe.
boat, maybe. But on a cruise, it's going to be, like you've seen, like I'm sure everyone's seen the Titanic, how that big that thing was. You could do something like that. I could see it. I
Yeah.
mean, I think they're gonna have it set. I think Jericho already had this set. Okay, can we do the ring and how can we do it? Make it safe and all that. So
No,
yeah,
I'm just wondering, whoever goes, man, please Periscope record or Jericho. God damn it, find a way to stream this shit, man. Because, geez, man, I would love to see this match. Oh, I mean, a lot of the matches that they're gonna have on the Jericho Cruise, I would love to see. So I know it's wishful thinking that they will somehow stream it. It's most likely not going to happen. It's more of a let's get you onto the cruise. Let's
but you know what this
type
could
of
set
deal.
up though. With Don Callis there, with some ROH people, this could definitely set up something where ROH, they're already kind of working together, but
Mhm.
maybe this could set up something where we could see possibly something come forward, like at a Bound. What is the cruise actually? Is it before Bound for Glory?
Yes.
So maybe we could see something happen with ROH and Impact at Bound for Glory. I mean, that'd be, or even going forward, where they both. I would love to see some old Impact talent from it's in ROH now come pop up and Impact again.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do after the commercial. LAX is back in the clubhouse where Conan is chewing his boys out for walking into a trap and fighting them with anger. Conan says he made those hoes and he knows they're scared, and after they get done with them, they're just going to be a distant memory. That's when we had the Global Wrestling Network match of the night, and it was Petey Williams taking on Justin Thunder Liger. I didn't watch it. I usually change the channel when they show the classic matches. Other than last week, I didn't, but this week I did. I turned it to the football game for a little bit, so I have no comments on that. Dave?
Yeah, I watched it. I mean, I didn't know that match ever happened. Honestly, I never knew Liger was in Impact, and it was cool for me to hear Mike Tenay calling kind of. I know it's not cruiserweight, it's X division, but it was really cool to hear a cruiserweight Mike Tenay calling a cruiserweight match again in a way for me. That kind of was really cool.
Appreciate that,
Juice and
Rick,
Thunder.
man.
And for us people who pay attention to other shows that we do, and like for the New Japan stuff, one of the guys out there with Liger was Gato, or not Gato, Goto. I think it's Goto. I might be saying his name wrong now. It's not Gato, or is it Gato? I don't know. I can't remember. Someone will tell me if I'm wrong or not. Red Sox fan is in here, but I think it was Gato. I think it was who was out there with him.
Yeah, Liger was in it because of their partnership. Okay, gotcha. I mean, last week they had the Young Bucks taking on Motor Machine Gun. I had to sit there and watch it because those matches are good, and those are the classics that you don't see anymore unless you have Global Force Network, which I do not. What's up, Lib Mantis? How you doing tonight, my friend? Next, we did have Desi Hit Squad take on, oh, goodness gracious, KM and Falaba. Thank you, Lib Mantis. Very, very nice of you. Thank you for showing support. Love what you do over there on the Dr. Huge show. So make sure you follow those guys over there. They put on some very good content and they've worked very hard. So showing some support over there. You know, guys, I'm not very high on KM. I absolutely hate that dude. I don't like him. I don't see what people find in KM, but it all, to each his own. But I do like the Desi Hit Squad. I do like what I've kind of seen from them. I like the manager at the end of the match slapping him, I guess, for, cheering and not staying professional is I guess, what I'm going with. Dave, any thoughts on this match in particular? And what do you think is happening with the Desi Hit Squad? Do we see them actually get a legit feud coming up? Because they did mention that they are looking forward to winning the tag titles.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but going back to that, I mean, I really don't. The only thing I can think of the reason KM is there is because of it's just another body to have on the roster. You know, he's just another guy to have there because they don't that roster. Honestly, that's why we're getting these global matches of the week or GWN matches of the week is because they don't have enough guys. I think they do have enough guys for a 2-hour show, but to go out there and do it every single week to have guys wrestle for 15, 20 minutes, fill a whole roster, I don't think you want to oversaturate your talent anyway either like that either. So working back-to-back nights like that, because these were probably back-to-back tapings that we've seen on the same day. So
yeah,
I mean, so yeah, I mean, you put these shows, people say they hate them and stuff like that, but you know what? It works because they get to kill some time as a time filler, which I wish they would have cut the match we've seen after this, which was Cam and them. Because I really didn't care for this match. I get people like Falaba. I guess because he's a little bit entertaining. I don't really care for Cam myself either. But I think the reason they got slapped around the Desi Hit Squad is because they were getting overconfident. Like, oh, we're going to go win the tag titles now. I think that's why he did it. Yeah, because they're getting overconfident.
Kind of slapped them into reality.
Like you didn't nobody. You beat KM and Falaba.
Yeah, right. Come on. Who the hell did y'all beat? You beat a bunch of basically jobbers in Impact Wrestling. And
I thought this match was going to be like Ishimori and T.D. Williams. That's what I thought the match was going to be, or a tag match, because it seems like they're going to set up some type of tag match with those four down the line.
Yeah, I would love to see Desi Hit Squad in a legit feud. And to be honest with you, with Impact as well, they're very slim on tag teams. They don't really have a lot of tag teams in Impact. You got Cult of Lee. You have
decent tag team division.
Brothers, if you want to throw them out there, or you want to have
OVE, LAX. The OGs are tag team.
Oh, that's right. I've been okay. Excuse me.
Z&E.
Tag division. I take that back. My apology. I apologize on that. They do have a pretty solid tag division. So maybe we see Desi Hit Squad against was it a Z&E, or maybe against an LAX, or maybe against yeah, we'll got to see about that. So we'll see what them having with the future with them. But I did like what we saw after the match of them, getting excited, kind of get him over the, maybe over
Oh, I thought about that.
What's that?
Remember how they keep talking LA Street Fight? It has to be a New York Street Fight, doesn't it, with LAX and the OGs? Because you're being New York at Bound for Glory. Like some type, because they're talking about running New York and LA and all that,
LA versus New York.
Yeah, they're always talking about New York and stuff, like. So yeah, I mean, so it's gonna be interesting.
It's definitely gonna be
like East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a street fight, no doubt. I'll be shocked if it wasn't some type of a street fight or some type of a gimmick match. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Next, we did have Santino Morella's and his trainee, who is challenging Austin Aries tonight, are backstage practicing Greco-Roman wrestling. Then Morella tells him that this is his time, this is happening, and he has to go seize his opportunity and make it happen. That's when we saw the we actually saw another backstage segment. We saw two backstage segments. One with Johnny Impact talking about Congo Kong, which he then decks Jimmy. So it looks like Congo Kong and Johnny Impact will be happening at Bound for Glory, or maybe anytime. Well, it maybe before then as well. But let's get to this world title match because it was kind of a joke. But what after happened makes you kind of wonder what might happen. And that was Austin Aries taking on Dustin Cameron. And it was just basically Austin Aries playing with the little man. And it was pretty much what we thought it was going to be. And that's what then led to Santino getting into the mix a little bit. He gets into the ring. Santino gets in and goes face to face with Aries, takes his shirt off and dares Santino to take a shot at him. Santino tries to calm it down, then kicks Aries in the balls. Aries then walks out and starts walking up the ring ramp, and that's when Eddie Edwards attacks him and underhooks DDTs, but Aries breaks out and runs while Eddie makes snow angels on the ramp.
Crazy Eddie. Hey, would you rather this be a Bound for Glory on an Impact episode?
Well, I know the match is next week. It's either Aries versus Eddie Edwards for the Impact World Title. I just don't like what they're doing with Eddie Edwards. I just don't buy it. He doesn't, to me, I know some people like the crazy Eddie. I don't think he plays the character very well. I may be being harsh, but I just don't think he's playing the character very good. And then you have the aftermath, which then led to Alicia interviewing Alicia Edwards, which I guess Alicia Edwards is solid in the ring because I've never seen her wrestle. But
yeah, you have.
Have I? Who?
I think you have. Did you watch it when it was Eddie and his wife versus Davey Richards and Angelina?
Right. I don't know if I did or not. Is that a pay-per-view match?
Because they did like a mixed tag match.
I can't remember. It sounds familiar. But her voice is so fucking annoying, man. Is it just me but her voice is annoying? But
more annoying than Iconics?
Oof. Yes.
I would say no. I don't think it beat that. I'm sorry.
Well, what do you think with this Aries and Eddie Edwards stuff? What do you think out of it? Are you excited for the match next week?
I mean, it's a world title match and it's on free TV next week. You don't got to pay to see this like you were worried about seeing it at Bound for Glory. Well, it's going to hopefully draw some viewers for next week for them, so that'd be good for them. And I got to say, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it, and I would love to see Santino versus Aries. That made you kind of want to see the match a little bit. I don't know what Santino's his health-wise is at the moment, if he's truly where he can't do anything. But, man, that would be fun to see.
He was on that Impact show on Twitch.
Yeah, he's on every week.
Right. Or maybe it was another podcast that I heard him talk about, and he was saying that he was offered to be in the Greatest Royal Rumble, but he said that he really can't do much. It would just be him going in there and getting eliminated very quickly. He really can't do much because of his neck, and I doubt this would lead to anything, and I think that's why we saw what we did tonight at the end of Impact. So
yeah, I agree. Now,
we'll touch a little bit more on that.
That was cool to see, though, because I wouldn't mind actually seeing him being booked. I mean, they were actually booking him, and Callis and them were putting him over. Like, oh, you don't want to mess with him, because if you look at any of his WE stuff, people are like, Santino can't wrestle. He's garbage. You know, he's no good. All he did is have a Cobra. But the dude is legit and a really good wrestler. I mean, he really is. If all you ever seen him in is the WE, then you don't know anything about him. That's all you know. You would think, oh, why would Santino be even anywhere near Austin?
That's why they were trying to put him over so much, because people, when you hear Santino, you think the fucking Cobra, you think the puppet, you think the jokester, you think of Santina. Yeah. So I mean, he beat Yomaga, crazy, but it's just, it's he's doing a good job in Impact. I'm not sure if this leads to anything, but. Yeah, it was a decent segment. We say the same thing about the Street Profits, but you don't listen regarding Alicia. Come on now.
Now, the Aries and Edwards thing, I think, is good for rating. It'll be good, maybe draw a good number for the ratings next week. Have a good world title match, possibly. I'm sure Eddie will get disqualified or do something crazy like he was doing on Twitch. this past weekend. But I mean, now going to Alicia, the other Alicia, and Eddie. I mean, oh my God! When I heard her cut this little promo, she isn't a great talker, obviously.
She's not, man. Her voice is like
she's bad. But when she said, "I'm gonna focus on my in-ring career and not focus on my husband," I'm like, "Am I watching NXT? Is this Johnny? Is this Johnny and Candace?" That's what it reminded me of. I mean, it was just like, I know the tapings are different, even though Impact just taped these like last week. But it really seems like they're like almost copying each other word for word in a way. I'm not trying to say Impact's copying NXT because they had the storyline came out of nowhere with them, but still, it's like they're so similar. It's weird that they aren't copying each other because they seem so similar, and it's like it's crazy. And Eddie was kind of funny though.
Here's the thing, though. It's like NXT goes one. I'm sure Impact goes one way, which then led to NXT kind of going that similar route with, the 4 people. Now we're going to NXT kind of going a different route where Candice is like, I'm forgetting about Gargano, concentrating more on myself, to where now Impact is kind of leading towards that direction as well. It's just weird. Yeah, it's different. It's weird. It's just, you don't really see that too often where 2 companies, we've seen the similar storylines before or the similar gimmick shit, but it seems like when one storyline takes a different direction, so does the other storyline. It's
weird.
It is weird.
It's definitely strange. And Eddie's little last segment of this little promo, I thought it was funny. He's like, "Okay, bye." I was just like, that was funny. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, there was another funny part on this show, which we'll get to very soon. So, okay.
Yeah, next we had a tag match between Grotto and Joe Hendry taking on Eli Drake and the best underused wrestler in Impact Wrestling, Trevor Lee. And the whole reason why this match ended up being a victory for Eli Drake and Trevor Lee was because of Trevor Lee alone. I mean, if Trevor Lee was not in the corner of Eli Drake,
it had nothing to do.
I don't think Eli Drake would have pulled off the victory tonight.
So it had nothing to do with Mr. Henry, or I want to say, how am I supposed to say his name? Hendry?
Yes, correct.
Like that. He was never on the apron. He was just down on the floor, never there to tag. I don't think he was in the match one time. I mean, yeah, and Grado got just slaughtered by 3 guys. And it was funny, Drake wanted nothing to do with them at the end, so they're just celebrating with each other. But hey, at least Trevor Lee was on the winning team.
Hey, that's true. And Trevor Lee has been going through a lot this week.
Yes.
Best wishes and everything to Trevor Lee, who just recently lost his father. So we do hope he's in good spirits. And like I said, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won tonight. But they are teasing a type of little bit of heat between Grotto and Joe Hendry because of what Eli Drake is trying to throw at Grotto, saying that Katarina is more into Joe Hendry.
I mean, come on.
Grotto. I mean, yeah. I mean, but Grotto's playing well. I'm not that high on Grotto, but I think his character it's funny. He plays it very well.
You know who should be a team? I think we said this before, or at least I have. Grotto and Falaba should be the team.
Yeah. I would really think they would really get over with the crowd.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They would be definitely even though they would be a joke of a tag team, they would be like the B team of Impact Wrestling. But they would definitely be a crowd favorite, that's for sure. And I think Adam Bomb said he feels bad for Trevor Lee. I don't know. I guess they don't see anything in Trevor Lee, which is a shame because this man can put on
feel bad for him in the position he's in or his personal life. Yeah, I understand that. But unless that's what he meant. He's probably meaning his wrestling and Impact right now, but if you mean his personal life, yeah, I feel bad for him too.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant. I think that's what he maybe That's probably what he may have meant more than probably what he is. Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, he's on TV every week.
Yeah, but he ain't winning. He ain't winning though. What's up, Bliss? How you doing tonight, dude? Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Another solid showing, over 1,300 viewers tonight. Thank you guys for coming out here. Again, y'all are awesome. We're about to touch
we're
on.
Almost. We're ready to talk about everyone's favorite segment, I think.
And was that the Brian Cage segment?
He had a segment?
Oh, the Brian Cage and Matt Sydal video package. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the main event?
I'm talking about Scarlett.
Oh, shit. Totally forgot about her. How dare I? Boy, oh boy. Jesus Christ. No words, honestly.
Yeah, that preview for her was pretty good, too.
They could do that every week, and I probably will never get tired of it. Just have her come out there, talk for 2 seconds, and just have her do whatever.
I could definitely see them doing something with her like they did with Kelly and ECW. You know that? I could see something like that.
Yeah, hey, I am slacking because I'm reading it off of a note sheet, and I already passed her. That was my bad. I know you guys were eager to talk about Mrs. Scarlett, but I didn't want to get y'all's blood pumping already. You know, it's kind of late at night. I know a lot of people got to sleep after the show, so didn't want y'all to get all hot and bothered. So
you can watch her on YouTube.
Yeah, or follow her on Twitter. Yeah, even better. Show her some love on Twitter.
Even better, follow her on Instagram. Even better.
There you go. There you go. What do you think this is leading up to? Anything in particular? You think she's actually going to have a match eventually?
I'm sure she will, because I've seen some clips online of her actually wrestling. But yeah, I think I could see them, Bound for Glory, doing something with her. Maybe they won't. Like I said, like they did with Kelly with Extreme Expose type thing, where she's gonna attempt to take her clothes off and then it's gonna get stopped by someone or something like that, type thing. So I could see something similar to that. And okay, my favorite part of this whole segment was Josh Matthews at the end, where he's like, JB really let himself go. I just started cracking up.
Yeah, that was funny. She's gonna have a match. She's pretty good in the ring. She should pull a Emelina and keep delaying her in-ring.
Emelina, wasn't that Eva Marie who did that?
No, Emma. Remember Emma would always about to debut.
Oh,
yeah.
Emelina. Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, that wasn't her doing that. That was WE.
That's funny. That's funny, Bliss. Round of applause. That was good. That was good. That was good. I want to hear Callis call that cover up. Yeah, man, she almost went when she lifted up her arm. I mean, she almost popped a friend out. She had to cover up really quick. It was definitely a close call.
It was taped, so they could have covered it up anyway.
Well, right. I'm sure, but I mean, like, it was a close call on her part. So. Yeah, I know everybody's enjoying Scarlett so far. I'm sure nobody has any complaints about her. And,
only women.
Yeah, maybe some women may have some complaints about her, but other than that, we can move on. So we will go to the main event, which was OVE taking on the Lucha Brothers, Jake and Dave Christ taking on Pentagon Jr. Did I say Christ? Chris.
Yeah.
Is it Chris? Chris. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Versus Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. This match was the definition of a car wreck or a freaking 100-mile-per-hour winds. I mean, they were at it from the beginning. They were flying. They were super kicking. They were doing all types of kicks in the air, high-flying moves in the air. I mean, this match was awesome. But the only question to you guys is, how many more matches can you see of this particular group? I'm not complaining. Whatsoever, but they have had this feud go on for quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. how much longer and how many more matches till the end of it, because they can only do so many. I mean, he already lost his hair. They're losing tag matches.
Yeah, but that
What's
was against
next?
Sam. That was against Sammy though. That wasn't against OVE. You
Right,
know.
right. I get
So,
that.
but man, these guys, they have some great chemistry. Like we said for a while, everyone got sick of LAX and OVE because it got kind of boring. They were their only tag team basically for a while, and now it's, man. You know what's different about these four guys? I think is when you watch them wrestle, have their tag matches against each other. They're not the same matches you see each week. They throw different stuff in each match. I feel like this match right here was like obviously a luchador match because they don't think they tagged one time in this match, which I loved it. It was fun. It was like a Texas tornado style, like they do in Mexico with like the lucha libre style. One goes outside the ring, the other one comes in. But man, maybe they did do some tags. I just didn't notice it because it was so high paced. But man, it was fun. And
Impact should
that's
just
small.
make honestly with the guys that they have on the roster and the type of tag teams that they have,
I know where you're going.
they should just make all their tag matches lucha rules.
Oh, okay.
Just make them lucha rules. No tags. Just let them go at it. It would be different. They would be different from WWE, from ROH, from New Japan, and their matches when they do them like that, for the most part, are always good. They're always good when they have those lucha style rules to the matches, and they have the type of wrestlers that can pull it off.
I thought you were gonna say they should bring in the trios titles.
Oh no! They don't have too many trios group yet, but they should. WCW did that once, really?
What?
I had no idea. A lucha rules tag team? I had no idea.
They've had those special matches where there would be like 6-man tags, but you don't have to tag in. You just go to the outside, and the next person comes in. Yeah, I remember
tag
those.
Matches are lucha rules for the most part, are they? Because what's tonight was not a lucha rule tag team match.
It sure looked like it.
It did look like it though, but they were doing some tagging. So
not much.
Unless that is how a lucha underground is for the most part. I mean, lucha rules is. Oh. I could be wrong. I don't know all that stuff, but I thought the main event was good. Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix get the win, and then after the match, we saw Killer Cross backstage, and he took out Mr. Santino with a red X. Not sure what this is meaning, but this could be their way of writing off Santino off the TV show.
Yeah. Now, my question for you is, what's going to happen with the weekly Twitch show? Is he still going to do it next week, or are they going to have him kind of kayfabe and stay off of it for a couple weeks? You know, how are they going to do play that off?
Yeah, or maybe he is. Maybe, they could do it this way. Oh, look at Adam Von Q's innocent whistling. Maybe they have him on the show this week to talk about it. Maybe to get more viewers on the show. Let's first hear from Santino first on why or what happened last week on Impact, or his thoughts on what happened, or anything like that.
Shouldn't he sell it more than, even though it happened last week and he was on, even though we didn't know about it unless you read the spoilers, and he was on the show yesterday. But shouldn't he sell it more than just 6 days later he's fine and he's back on the Twitch show? Shouldn't he sell it a little bit?
Maybe he's not fine. Maybe he comes out there with some type of, brace or something around his neck or something around. Maybe he's selling the injury, but he's still able to come onto the show. So we'll see what happens next week. Like you said, maybe he won't be on the show since he did get attacked by Killer Cross. And we'll find out next week what all goes down with that, because I'm sure we're going to hear more about it next week. Did they announce other than Eddie Edwards taking on Austin Aries next week for the Impact World Championship? They didn't really announce anything else. If I missed something, please let me know in the chat. But I think that's pretty much wrapping up Impact Wrestling for tonight. Dave, what was your overall rating for Impact tonight?
Man, I didn't hate anything. I didn't. I'm gonna give it a 5 because I thought it was awesome. I thought the show was fun from top to bottom, beginning to end. I enjoyed everything. I give it a 5.
Okay. What about everybody in the chat room as well? Please give us your thoughts of what you thought of Impact tonight. I'll give it a solid 4. Solid 4. Take KM off the show, it would be a 5. I don't like KM. I don't like hearing him yell. This is not the time to distract the ref. Blah, 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 blah. Like, what are you doing, dude? Just rest the goddamn match and move
Okay,
on.
yeah, okay. I wasn't really thinking about those two or those two matches in general because I was thinking of the last match. It just blew me away. It was just such an awesome match, and the LAX stuff was good.
Oh, and you
Okay,
forgot one
I'll
more
go
thing.
there.
You forgot one more person too.
Who's that?
You forgot her already?
Who did I forget?
Scarlett.
Oh yeah, she definitely. You know what? Yeah, she gives it 3 points. Scarlett gives it like 3 points all by herself. You know, unlike the Street Profits where they get negative points when they're on. She gets like 3+, so that's why it's a 5 right there. So there you go.
Yeah, props to Scarlett tonight. She got everybody going wild. Ali won, so that made me happy. Oh, Doug's fan. She won. Finally. But yeah, it was a pretty solid last 2 days of wrestling from both NXT and Impact. I hope everybody enjoyed Impact and NXT if you were able to watch it. If not, I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Again, one more time, this is Get the Tables podcast. We are live every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on Saturdays. So this Saturday night, everybody, we will be live shooting the shit with everybody here tonight. We'll be touching on the WWE. We'll touch on Impact. We'll touch on all the rumors going around the wrestling world. And I hope you guys can join us on Saturday night. It might just be Dave and I. Hopefully, Alex can join us. If not, I hope you guys will join us anyways. I appreciate all you guys sending the kind words over to Alex in his way, sending the positive vibes towards him. Really do appreciate that. And we do appreciate everybody. Ignore my previous comment before my dream match. Okay, gotcha. I will. I do appreciate everybody's support in this show. Y'all guys come in here every night, drop those hearts, those super hearts, and interact with us every night. And you guys do a good job with it. You monitor the chat room to the T. Y'all let me know when there's trolls. You let me know when there's sex bots. I really do appreciate everything you guys do for us. It means a lot to all of us. And we do appreciate the support and the dedication you guys have towards our shows. And for that, we will be doing another giveaway. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do another giveaway. I would like it to be if you also have to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I think I'm going to do a special YouTube-only video. And if you were able to see the video, then you're able to be in the live giveaway. That's the way I'm going to do it. We have way too many followers here on Periscope for me to be able to just pick one. On YouTube, we only have 52. So this could be a way of gaining some more subscribers and, guys, an easier way for you guys to be in the giveaway and to win, because we don't have that many subscribers on YouTube quite yet. We're getting there. So any last thoughts, Dave, before we're live on Saturday night? On Saturday, we'll be touching on a lot of wrestling, the G1 included. Anything else, Dave?
Not too much more really to talk about, but I mean, you were just talking about porn bots, and we had Scarlett tonight, so yeah. Speaking of a live action, looks like a porn bot.
Speaking of porn bot, there's another porn bot. I mean, what is up, man? Like, that's got to be at least 10 porn bots in tonight's show, if not more, if I missed them. I mean, goodness gracious, Periscope. I mean, I don't know if they add to my viewage, but goodness gracious, that was quite a lot of porn bots tonight. I've never seen that many before. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment, but there was a lot tonight. So yes, over 1,700 viewers tonight. Thank you all for the wonderful support in the comments. Let's do a quick shout out. We have Peckinrod, Alice, Adam Baum, Jeffrey Cross, Blissside, Adam Awesome, Budweiser, Adam Ducks, Bass Fan, Derek, Shamaya Hills, Ted, Bobaruski, We had Jody Mania. Did I miss? Red Sox fan was in here for a little bit. Who else was in here? If I missed anybody, just say hello so I don't miss you. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And Saturday, we'll be back. Probably about 10:30 Eastern. If not, we'll start at the earlier 10 Eastern. Just follow us on Twitter, and you'll know when we're going to go live and if we're going to go live at an earlier time. So just follow us at the Twitter handle, Get the Tables. If you don't know it, someone I'm sure will drop it in the chat. Thank you, Budweiser. Really do appreciate the kind words. Appreciate everybody who are the loyal supporters in this chat room. You guys know who the hell you guys are. We're going to touch on that No Effects on Saturday. Definitely. There's a lot of rumors and injury rumors going around. So we'll definitely be touching on not only Alistair, but also Johnny Impact. So we'll be touching on that as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for dropping in Twitter account as well. Y'all guys are amazing. Have a great Friday, guys. It's almost the freaking weekend. So enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your payday if it's your payday. And have a great and safe Friday and Saturday as well, because we want to see you, everybody, on Saturday night, bringing it hard with us as well. Thank you again for everybody showing the support, and we will see you guys on Saturday night. Laters, everybody.